All right, guys, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Outback with Chaz. Today, you guys, we're going to be doing a spare rib, a baby back rib, and some rib tips. But what we're going to do today that's going to be a little different is I'm going to wrap the rib like you would be doing it if you was doing a beer can rib, where you wrap it around the can. But instead, I'm going to just wrap it, bind it with some butcher tie, and put it on the grill, and we're going to cook it just a little bit different today. So with that, if you give me a minute, I'm gonna get this cut and we'll be back and I'll show you how it looks. Back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back. And what we're doing today, you see the spare ribs right here. We got the baby back right here. We got the rib tip off of the spare rib. And here's the spare rib here. I moved this rib tip out the way. And here is the spare rib that I cut. So we're also using mustard, Himalayan pink salt, coarse black pepper, the Outback with Chaz all-purpose seasoning, and we're going to use the Pepsi, cherry Pepsi, as a spritzer along with the vinegar and water, apple cider vinegar and water. So if you give me a minute, I'll get all this seasoned up and we'll be back here in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back, and as you can see, we got everything seasoned up and binded up. There's the baby back right there. There's the spare rib. Don't worry about the size, you guys. All I gotta do is stand it up on each side and get that covered. There is the spare rib right there. And there are the rib tips here. So we're gonna go ahead and go outside and get this fun time smoke started. We'll be back here in a minute. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Outback with Chaz. Today, you guys, we are doing a spare rib, a baby back rib, and some rib tips. We're using cherry Pepsi on the baby back rib along with the Outback with Chaz all-purpose seasoning and mustard. We're using the spare rib, we're using Himalaya salt and black pepper on that, and the rib tip and rib tips that I have. So with that, we put a little mustard on the spare rib and rib tip. None is on the rib tips themselves. The baby back has mustard on it as well. So with that being said, you guys, I want to thank God for waking me, blessing me, keeping me in my right mind, giving me my health and strength to come forth today and bring you guys another fun time smoke. It's a little cloudy today, it's raining, but hey, rain, sleet, or snow, Outback with Chaz is gonna bring you that fun time smoke. So we'll be back here in a minute. We'll get the food on the grill. The grill is right at 225 right now. I'm letting it get a little hotter. But when I come back out, I'll show you guys, and we'll be placing the meat on the grill. Back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is raining out here today, and it's a little windy, so you have to excuse the wind noise, but it is raining today. So like I said, I want to bring you guys this fun time smoke. So I'm gonna go in the house and get the food, bring it out, put it on the grill, and we're gonna continue. Back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back, and I got the food on the grill now. So you can see the rib tips over here covered in the Himalaya salt and the black mustard. No mustard. I'm tripping today for some reason. And also, here's the rib tip off of the spare rib. It's got the mustard and the Himalaya salt and black pepper. Here's the spare rib. I got it wrapped up like prime rib. It has the mustard, black pepper, and Himalaya salt. And here's the baby back with the Outback with Chaz all-purpose seasoning and mustard. So we're gonna let this go ahead. It's just getting started. You see the little flame under there? We're gonna cook it like this starting out, you guys, and then we're gonna move it back and finish out the cook, offset cooking it, and we'll see what we come out with. All right, guys, back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back, and we come back and do a little smoke talk early today. So what I'm doing today, you guys, with using the butcher's twine on the meat, is I'm just trying to see if it's gonna help it like cook a little faster by me being able to actually just rotate it all the way around and cook the meat on every side. The one that I'm doing that's look like the prime rib, I can flip it over easier. So I just want to see how it's going to cook, how the texture is going to be, and how it's going to make the bones draw back, if it's going to be the same or is it going to be different. So with that, you guys, I just want to come back and let you guys know it's just an experiment. I got the Himalaya salt and black pepper on the spare rib tip, and the rib tips. And I got the Outback with Chaz all-purpose seasoning on the baby back that I got wrapped up like it would be in a beer can or a soda can. So I'm using the cherry Pepsi and I'm spritzing that, the baby back with, and I'm using, I thought I was gonna have apple cider vinegar and water, but I'm just gonna use water today. So with that, we'll be back in a minute, and I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Back in a minute. Pay attention to that baby back rib, you guys. Look at that. Look at the color. It's a totally different color from everything else. That's that cherry Pepsi and that Outback with Chaz all-purpose seasoning with that mustard. And it's giving it that different color. So once I get it kind of brown on each side, I'm going to set it back off and we're going to offset cook it. We're going to get the rest of it to brown a little more, and we're going to do the whole cook that way. So all right, guys, back in a minute. All right, you guys, here's the baby back. That's what it's looking like on the inside. So now we're going to get ready and cut the spare rib loose and see what it's looking like. We're going to go ahead and set this on top of there, on top of the coals for a little bit. Let's go ahead and cut these loose. And this was folded up pretty good. This one held up real good. Man, held up real good. And that's how it's looking. So we're gonna put it on the fire and let that get a little bit better cooked. And then we'll come back and move them off the fire. All right. Back in a minute, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the ribs and see how tender they are. Here is the spare rib with the pepper and the Himalayan salt. Look at that. Y'all see that? Look at that fold. Stop playing with me. I'm gonna set him there. Here is the baby back with the cherry Pepsi. Y'all stop playing with me. Look at that. Stop playing with me. Here's the rib tip. Y'all better stop playing with me. All right, guys, back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back, and as you can see, we have the rib sauce stacked up right here. We got the spare rib with the Himalaya salt and black pepper. We got the baby back with the cherry Pepsi and mustard and Outback with Chaz all-purpose seasoning. And we also got the rib tip that's back here, and we got those that's up top. So we're gonna go ahead and cut up the rib tips and the ribs, and we're gonna close this video out. Back, all right, guys, we're back, and this is the final look of the food. We have the pepper, Himalayan salt, pepper, and salt right here, spare rib. We've got the cherry Pepsi, baby back rib with the Outback with Chaz all-purpose seasoning and mustard. We have the rib tips right there, and we have the other spare rib tips over here. So I got the two samples up there that I'm gonna taste, and then we're gonna close out the video. All right, guys, back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back, and I'm getting ready to taste the spare rib with the Himalaya salt and the pepper, and we're gonna see how it tastes. This is good, guys. So we're gonna set this down, and we're gonna get the baby back rib that has the cherry Pepsi, Outback with Chaz season, and mustard. We're gonna try it. That's this. I can taste the Pepsi. I can taste some of that flavor in there. I can taste the seasoning. This is really good. Man, they both turned out really good, guys. Real good. So with that, we're going to close out the video. If you guys like the video, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Remember to follow me on Instagram with Outback with Chaz, TikTok with Outback with Chaz. I want to appreciate and thank each and every person who has been subscribing to the channel and who has been supporting me thus far. Let's keep it going, guys. Hit that like button so I can get my videos showed more. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later, guys.